This program is sponsored by Amstel and Continental, UEFA Champions League sponsors.
28 years ago, Newcastle United lifted their last trophy, the Intercity Fairs Cup. I think we call it UEFA Cup now. I'm sure all Geordies will be watching will remember that famous night, whether they were there or not. But what could they do this evening in Europe? Back in the UEFA Champions League for the very first time, the manager might know what he's doing.
Now Dalglish, across the face of the goal, it's there, Dalglish!
The big match here this evening, live and exclusive here on ITV. It is Newcastle United versus Barcelona, and it's coming up next. Well, good evening to you here. Welcome to St James's Park, the heart of the North East, for this big game. And I promise you it really is that. It is the UEFA Champions League. European Cup football has returned once again here to Tyneside. And I can tell you here tonight, 50,000 Geordies are making the most spectacular atmosphere. It is absolutely electric, and we have the entire match coming up for you, live for you this evening. Welcome alongside me to Trevor Venables. We'll get all his views and opinions as the game gets on, but first and foremost, let's take you right to the match action. It is live, it is exclusive with us here. Your commentators with this one are Trev Atkinson and first Trevor Moore.
Well, good evening everybody from St James's Park. A terrific atmosphere. Newcastle back in Europe, but in the big one now, the Champions League for the very first time. And what opposition they've got tonight. Barcelona, managed by Dutchman Louis van Gaal, the 1992 European Cup holders, here at St James's Park. Terrific atmosphere. 50,000 free Geordies here tonight. The atmosphere, since Trevor Atkinson and I had been up in the North East for a couple of days now in the build-up to this, the atmosphere up in the North East has been fever pitch. It's been terrific. Well, the Geordies have bang up for this one. There's the Newcastle side, minus of course Alan Shearer, who's out until at least January with a very bad injury sustained in that pre-season tournament at Everton. So it's Tino Aspili and John Dal Thomason as a makeshift front two. Rob Lee and David Batty will add steel in that midfield area. Certainly Batty will give you that competitive edge. And Gillespie and John Barnes on the flanks. As for Barcelona, Sonny Anderson and Amaruki are up front, but it's Rivaldo, really that's the main threat. And watch out for Enrique and Luis Figo on the flanks as well. Terrific atmosphere, it really is. And the referee tonight is Pier Luigi Collina of Italy. Terrific atmosphere. Keith Gillespie, the Irishman. It's Newcastle in those famous black and white stripes getting his away. Attacking the Gallagher end away to my right hand side. Barcelona in those maroon and blue stripes. Trevor Atkinson's alongside me. What an atmosphere, Trevor. We've been up here a day or two now, and the atmosphere has been fever pitch. As Batty just for a moment plays that in towards Thomason. Good challenge there. De La Peña gets it away. Trevor.
Yeah, and I think here tonight Newcastle have got to be able to make use of this home atmosphere. They're going to have so much support, and it's going to be so loud. They've really got to take advantage of this today. And you wonder here with this Barcelona side, could this atmosphere perhaps be slightly intimidating for them? Can Newcastle United take advantage of it? But it is the most wonderful atmosphere for a European night.
Yeah, and the Newcastle fans have waited a long time for this. And it's mainly Kenny Dalglish is now the manager, of course, taking over from Kevin Keegan, but he made all that possible, Kevin Keegan. And here's Gillespie now through the middle. And they've really made a terrific start here at Newcastle, but they've got to be wary. Rivaldo, Figo, Sonny Anderson, terrific players in their own right. Here's Sergi, the Spaniard. Here's De La Peña. Now Sonny Anderson, the big number 9. Good challenge there. And it's going to have to be a lot of onus on David Batty and Robert Lee in that central midfield area. They're going to have to nullify all the threats that Barcelona possess. Good side. Louis van Gaal knows. He's in his first season at the club, taking over from Bobby Robson, who won the European Cup Winners' Cup last season with this side, so a tough act to follow for Van Gaal this season. Tough act to follow for Kenny Dalglish, of course, but he's seen it all before at Liverpool and then later on at Blackburn Rovers, where he's won championships galore with those two sides. His job, of course, is to make sure that Newcastle stay towards the top end of the Premiership and to make sure they have nights like this on a regular basis. Here's De La Peña picking the loose ball up. 9 minutes gone here at St James's Park. Newcastle 0, Barcelona 0, but Barcelona just starting to get a touch of the ball now and starting to get a little bit of possession. But here's Philippe Albert, big Belgian centre forward. It's a good ball from Barnes. Been unlucky there to find Rivaldo Robin and Keith Gillespie there. Here's Miguel Nadal, the big Spanish centre back who famously missed that vital penalty against David Seaman at Wembley in Euro 96. Here's Sergio with a good ball in and an easy save there for Shea Given. That'll give him a lot of confidence, Trevor. Yeah, it will do. I think one of the things Newcastle United have got to pick up the fact that it's actually Luis Enrique that's gone on to partner Sonny Anderson in the centre forward. Well, Enrique has dropped into midfield, and I think Rivaldo's got a lot of space on the left-hand side. So if Newcastle United, they've got to get more crosses in and perhaps sort of expect Barcelona to have more of the ball and to play with speed and pace and use that power on the wings. Yeah, the flanks are going to be a real weapon for Newcastle this evening. There's no doubt about that. Keith Gillespie, could be a real thorn in Barcelona's side if he gets on the ball. Here he is now. David Batty, been there, seen it, done it at the likes of Leeds United and Blackburn Rovers, winning championships with both sides. John Barnes, who's seen it all at Liverpool, of course. John Dale Thomason, the Dane. Oh, he nearly found Gillespie, but again a good challenge there, and it's Rivaldo picking it up for Barcelona. 1 hour gone then at St James's Park, live on ITV. 0-0, a good game. Just these a goal to set it up in a great atmosphere. As Trevor Wilson said, the atmosphere is just tremendous here. Big Steve Howie, local lad. Well, fitting it is to have a local lad in that Newcastle side, and it's a shame that Alan Shearer isn't here tonight because he's watching in the stands, of course, but it's a shame not to see him out on the pitch because he'd have relished an occasion like this. Here's Steve Watson. Now then, has Watson got a good cross in him? And Thomason 3! There we go! 2-2 Thomason! And just listening to the noise at St James's Park, Thomason, and the hero of the Gallagher end, has scored with 18 minutes gone, and Newcastle have the lead against Barcelona. And Trevor Atkinson, I can hardly hear myself think the noise here is incredible. 1-0 Newcastle.
Well, I said if it was going to happen, it was going to happen down the wings. Great cross into the area. Nadal, that's really poor marking from him. I always thought the Barcelona defensive side of the game could be their weakness, particularly on crosses. That is just a criminal amount of space to give a centre forwards. And Thomason, he does everything right. He heads the ball down. That's what you need to do as a centre forward. It's a fine goal.
Yes, a terrific goal, but questions surely, Trevor, got to be looked at as well at the goalkeeper as well as the marking, surely, because that looks an easy save, a regulation save for Rudess.
It is, but sometimes when you head it down with power, goalkeepers can make regular saves look very, very difficult. I don't think the keeper does too much wrong with just how well Thomason's headed that down. So for me, I think the fault probably lies in the fact that the defensive line and Nadal are allowing him to have a free header.
Well, Trevor, I stand corrected. You're the manager. I'm just the commentator. Anyway, here's Steve Watson. Newcastle leading by a goal to nil. If you just joined us here live on ITV. Here's Robert Lee. What a start now. Barcelona now, who were the heavy odds-on favourites from the bookmakers tonight before this game even began. Well, they're really up against it now. Not just with the Newcastle side or the fact that they've got to go up, but the atmosphere. There's a pocket of Barcelona fans somewhere in St James's Park at the moment, but they're well being outsung by 50,000 Geordies who are so passionate. And the Gallagher end, I've never known it so noisy for a long, long time, probably since the days of Supermac and that great team in the 1970s. Here's Shea Given now. Remember Barcelona, just to remind you, attacking the Leeds end in the first half. Here's De La Peña. towards Sonny Anderson. Here's Luis Enrique, as Trevor Atkinson quite rightly said. He's playing alongside Anderson in attack. But they're not getting any change out of that Newcastle defence. Here's Keith Gillespie. Now, want to get some change out of him. That's a good ball towards Tino Asprilla, but well marshalled this time by Nadal. Manuki is, again, Trev said that he's taking a deeper role now. Sergi. Impatient build-up from Barcelona. Rivaldo to Amanuki. Sergi again. Rivaldo. Good pass and move, but Newcastle, plenty of numbers back there. Rivaldo just away from David Batty, who was closing in there. The cross has missed everybody. But Darren Peacock, a former QPR man, just lobs it in the road's edge for Barcelona throw.
And I guess that's why there has been the tactical change from what we believe would happen at kickoff. And you can see there Sergi and Rivaldo look very comfortable on this near side.
Now here's Risinger now, edge of the area. Will he strike one there? He will, but he's charged away. Thomason the scorer. 13 minutes when the goal was converted by Thomason. Here's Philippe Albert. It's a little bit more Keith Gillespie can get there. Rivaldo gets it away. He's the man that they've really got to watch. Here's Anderson to Enrique. Back to Anderson. Ball placed kindly for Enrique now. He's away from Howie. This could be a real problem now. Sonny Anderson. Terrific save. Terrific save from Shea Gibbon. It looked a formality that Sonny Anderson was going to equalise there, Trevor. But then, young Shea Gibbon, 6 foot, all 6 foot of him. That's super save.
Yeah, it's at a nice height, the effort. It's hit hard, but Gibbon does really well to get 2 hands and, more importantly, push it away. Concede the corner, don't let them have a shot from a rebound. That's really good goalkeeping.
Yes, half an hour played and it's a corner. Figo to take it. He's deadly from set places, as we all know. Sergi. Barcelona camped in the Newcastle half at the moment. Here's Watson now for Newcastle. Good interception there. And Newcastle can breathe a huge sigh of relief because that was a dangerous attack from Barcelona. And with Luis Figo's prowess on corners, there was a little bit of nervousness and tenseness around all 4 sides of St James's Park there. But it's all over now for the moment anyway. Here's Robert Lee. Good ball out to John Barnes. Now then, will he have a run? He's a bit old now in the tooth to start running like an 18-year-old. Keith Gillespie set before running, and here he is now. Now then, will he whip Sergi here? Oh, he's got a good cross in there. And Thomason! So close, Trevor, to be number 2 with 10 minutes in the first half to play. Keith Gillespie here turned Sergi this way and that. Got a wonderful ball in. And how close was this with me 2-0?
Oh, it is wonderful play from Gillespie. Lovely little turn of pace. Gets the cross in again. Barcelona don't know what to deal with it. Thomason comes in. He's got a much better contact than he does for the goal. Just caught it just slightly wide. But desperately unlucky. But again, it's really good football from Newcastle. They've soaked up all that pressure and then they've gone back down the flanks again to cause problems. Brilliant stuff.
Yes, so 10 minutes to half time. Newcastle leading by a goal to nil. Just a couple of reminders. If you want to know what's happening with Manchester United in Košice, you'll be able to see the rest of the action at half time and at full time tonight. Plus, we'll just wait a moment because Keith Gillespie's on another break here for Newcastle. This game's going thick and fast, and he goes down now. Is that on the edge or is inside the box? Kalina is a yellow card being shown to Sergi. It was right on the edge of the box. I'd like to see that one again. Let's have a look, Trevor. Is that a penalty? Is that just outside? Well, that's in. That's surely got to be a penalty. He didn't point to the spot originally. It's a free kick. We'll get your views in a second. That's controversial. But here's Asprilla with the free kick. It was right on the line. Oh, and against the post and wide. I think it was Rob Lee was in there. Well, that should have been 2 either way.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm not quite sure what Kalina, the referee, has decided to do there. That is a penalty every day of the week. That is a huge let-off for Barcelona, and Rob Lee, desperately unfortunate.
It's a shame that Kalina's getting rid of criticism. He's one of the best referees in the business, the bald-headed Italian, because he's a very fearsome figure. A lot of you out there will be very good watchers of Italian football on a Sunday afternoon. Very familiar figure in Italian football and in European football, but it's very rare he gets a decision wrong, really.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, and here's Barnes. That's the ball in. Thomason! Well carried there by Ruud Hess. I don't think he got a flick on that. Anyway, just to remind you that 2 weeks tonight, Manchester United are live on ITV. Trevor Atkinson and myself will be at Old Trafford for that one. 7:30 and we start 2 weeks tonight. And then Trevor and I will be off on a plane to Rome on October the 10th to watch the England, of course, already qualified with that fantastic victory over Moldova the other week. Well, we'll be watching the final game against Italy. You'll be able to see the whole 90 minutes with Trevor Atkinson and myself. October the 10th on ITV. Make a note of those 2 games in your diary. Anyway, back to the present, and it's rising now with a minute to go to half time, plus any additional stoppage time. Finding Rivaldo. And well marshalled again by Robert Lee. And Figo to Enrique, to De La Pena. Well, we're into stoppage time now at the end of the first half, Trevor. I mean, what's been your impressions of the first half? Let's just see this attack out first. This is Sonny Anderson, with the player gone down, tumbling. But Anderson with a shot. Oh, it's a terrific goal. Well, we'll get your views now on this now, Trevor, because it's 1-1. Sonny Anderson, who had a real opportunity earlier on in the half when it was saved by Gibbon. Well, he's made it 1-1 this time. A super shot. And I don't think Gibbon, even though he was well set, could get anywhere near it just because of the ferocity of the shot. It's Newcastle 1, Barcelona 1. Well, the game has changed. 1 apiece.
And the game has changed in a flash. It was a great hit there by Anderson. He does well here to hold off Rob Lee. But that strike at the near post, I think Shay Gibbon will be disappointed. He's been beaten there, to be fair. I think one of the things to note from this is Barcelona in the last 5 minutes have just been able to press further forward into the Newcastle half, as Newcastle perhaps have one eye on the clock. They can't afford to do that in European football. It's a great hit. I'll tell you what as well, Trevor, it changes both half-time team talks for both managers, and there's nothing more frustrating than that, knowing that you've got to change everything.
And there goes the half-time whistle with that. So 1 apiece then, a good game. Thomason, the scorer for Newcastle, and right at the end there, John Dale Thomason making it 1 apiece. That's the score at half-time, and we'll be back for the second half.
Well, welcome back here to the big match. UEFA Champions League live here on ITV. Half-time at the moment. It's 1 apiece. Trevor, got to get your views on that first half. It was electric football, wasn't it? Oh, it was terrific. I thought the atmosphere was proper brilliant. Yeah, it really was. I mean, you can see it today that these players are really getting a lift. They are very much acting as the 12th man at the moment on this side. The way in which they're playing and performing, it's brilliant to see. I think a couple of things that do sort of strike me here, though, is I can definitely see that Newcastle United are getting lots of joy down the wing. Barcelona look really comfortable when they do have possession, and I think Newcastle United need to sort of pick and choose their moments to go after them. Well, what do you think that does to Kenny Dalglish's half-time team talk, having conceded that equaliser by Sonny Anderson at the last minute? I don't think it will change too much, to be fair. I think, yeah, obviously they're not winning the game, but what he's going to say wouldn't have changed, because he's in the, and that might even be a slight blessing in disguise, because I kind of think Newcastle started to hit back, started to get deeper and deeper as the second half wore on, and now they have to go back out there and go for again, and they're a better side on the front foot than they are on the back foot, so it might be a blessing in disguise. Well, with the rule changes here in the UEFA Champions League, Newcastle United aren't the only side in action. Manchester United are as well. They were away to Slovakian champions Košice. Here are all the best moments of the first half.
Sheringham. It's Gary Neville. Got Roy Keane on the outside. Here he is. It's a good cross. And just wide by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Rose well. A good cross by the skipper. Roy Keane is a great play. Beckham and Neville. Keane out wide. Solskjaer rose well. It's just wide by the Norwegian. Keane. Solskjaer. It's possessed. Solskjaer wins it back though. It's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Great shot. Good save by Molnar. Brilliant stop by the Košice goalkeeper. Got out of his feet, Solskjaer. Dug it out. Great save. Dennis Irwin. Now Solskjaer. Cuts inside. Let's fly. And another great save by Molnar. Keeping Košice in the game. But Solskjaer here, cutting inside. Great shot. A fantastic save. Poborski. That's Gareth Poborski. Dispossessed now. Košice can break here. It's an overlap. Here's Koslai. Here's Toth. Great cross by Toth and a header. Not troubling Peter Schmeichel at the near post. 20 minutes gone and it's still 0-0. Good interchange on the right hand side for the FC Košice. Not troubling the big Dane. Beckham. Teddy Sheringham. David Beckham wants to take the quick throw in. It's down the line to Teddy Sheringham. It's a good cross. And there it is. It's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the near post. Fantastic cross by Sheringham. And there it is. The partner in crime. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the near post. Manchester United lead here in Slovakia. 1-0. Quick throwing by Beckham. Sheringham with the cross. And look at that. Timed to perfection by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Doing what he does best. Beckham the free kick. Too far to hit one. Headed on by Solskjaer. Here's Gary Neville. And a cross in. Near post. Teddy Sheringham. 2-0. And that on his European debut for Manchester United. Great cross by Neville. Great header by Sheringham. And a celebration to match. Košice 0, Manchester United 2, just before half time. And a good cushion for Manchester United. Will make the team talk a lot easier at half time. Lofted in by Beckham, headed on by Solskjaer. And Gary Neville was there at the right hand side, good cross, and there is Sheringham at the near post. That rose well. Downward header. 2-0.
Confirmation of that Manchester United head will bring you all the highlights of what took place at the end of this game as well. We're going to be right back after this break, and when we do, we will have the second half.
Welcome back to the commentary box. To me, Trevor Moore and Trevor Atkinson. 1-1 the score here at St James's Park on the opening night of the Champions League. Of course, don't worry, Manchester United fans. We'll keep you posted on what's happening in Košice as well at the end of the programme. As the free kick has been awarded to Barcelona by Mr. Kalina, the referee. It's not Newcastle's greatest. I don't think he'll be on Kenny Dalglish's or any Newcastle fans' Christmas card list, Trevor Atkinson.
No.
As we start the second half.
Well, yeah, I mean, the penalty decision may be so, but it's how games change in an instant, don't they, to be fair. But I think Newcastle United will be disappointed. They just switched off right on half-time. They've got to go and pick themselves up here, because Barcelona, we know, are very comfortable on the ball, and Newcastle have got to go back to playing it with pace, with width, and really going after those Barcelona defenders, who I don't think look comfortable.
And utilising the flanks too, I would have thought, Trevor.
Absolutely.
Here's John Barnes then.
See your learnings now.
Well, you've been a manager for so many years at the likes of Kettering Town, West Bromwich Albion, and of course, most famously at Manchester United and Aston Villa. And you've won the FA Cup a couple of times and the League Cup once. And you should have won the league in '86, Trev.
Yeah. Let's go back to the game, shall we? Thank you.
Oh, dear me. Trevor Atkinson, a man of many talents, and Frank Sonara's not too bad neither. Anyway, he's Here's Rivaldo now for Barcelona. 1-1 the score if you've just joined us. Nothing's really happening. That's why Trevor and I are having a little bit of a comedy session. Here's Robert Lee to David Batty. That's a good ball for Tino Asprilla. Let's get on with the serious stuff now. Here's Thomason. Good save by Harris. He might come for Asprilla. Can he turn? He's surrounded by 4 Barcelona players and he got the ball back and the goal! It's Thomason again! And St James's Park has gone absolutely balmy again. It's bedlam here in Newcastle. Newcastle going front for the second time. What about this for chasing a lost course from Tino Asprilla, surrounded by 4 Barca defenders. He knocks it back and Thomason says thank you very much. 2-1.
The skill from Asprilla here to turn and send Nadal for chips, then to play the ball back over to find Thomason is class. And when it comes to John Dale Thomason, he's presented with a nice easy job from 8 yards, hit the back of the net, and he does a magnificent job. That was a terrific bit of play, and it's exactly what Newcastle United needed to do.
Absolutely. St James's Park has gone crazy, but for how long? Because Razinger's making a break. Newcastle have just got to watch themselves now. They can't play the clock, they've got to play the game. Enrique, good save by Gibbon. And they almost conceded soon after going in front there, Trevor. And there is the danger with Barcelona. They might be 2-1 down, but they're still a wounded animal. They've got a free kick by a foul there from Asprilla, but in fact I think it might have been offside.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and it was offside, but then again, I think that's one of the you've got to face when you place Barcelona. They're going to create chances. You just got to make sure that everyone does the job to the best of their ability. That includes the goalkeeper. And if you can do that, you can ride those chances. This side's there to be beaten because what I've seen tonight, defensively, I don't rate this side. But on the attack, I do think they're a different beast.
Yeah, a bit like Brazil, really. Not very good defensively, but super in attack. Here's Asprilla now. Barcelona did want a free kick, but the referee played an advantage, which didn't come to much. And here's Steve Watson. Look at that, big Steve Watson down the flank. But Rivaldo chases him. In fact, Watson did really well there under the circumstances. And will he side a corner, which Gillespie now is going to take. Now, will he go short? Or will he go long? Thomason's in there, Asprilla's in there, Barnes is there if he needs. It's in there towards, I think it was Watson that was in there. Robert Lee will chase the ball. And here he is now, Rob Lee. That's a good ball. Now then, Gillespie, take on your man. Take on Sergi. No, he goes infield to Batty. Now to Watson. Newcastle keeper possession. 57 minutes gone here at St James's Park. 2-1 to Newcastle. Here's the ever willing Keith Gillespie. This man is like a non-stop engine with SO petrol in it. Here's Lee. Oh, terrific save by Rudest. Otherwise, that would have been one of the goals of the season. Without a doubt, Rob Lee is capable of hitting them from this sort of range with the left foot, and that's a super effort and a super save, Trevor.
Yeah, and sometimes you say with goalkeepers, as he saved that with the wrong hand, that I think that was flying in the top corner. I think you've got to credit Hess, he's made a really good stop.
And here comes the corner. Newcastle not finished yet. Now then, they are now, because Enrique is going to be breaking, and this could be real problems now. Newcastle need to get many defenders back, and Enrique is making a terrific burst. Here's Sonny Anderson. Oh, what a challenge that is. Terrific from the Newcastle centre-backs here. They're really playing as if their lives depend on it tonight. Just to remind you that Newcastle got PSV Eindhoven to come as well. And there will be no shrinking violence to the Dutch side. Here's Robert Lee. Here's Philippe Albert. And now a play. Newcastle leading by 2-1. Here's the ball in. Thomason was lurking to volley it in. He was on a hat-trick, of course, and a corner's been given. And here's John Barnes. With Sino, his set-piece Perez is like at Liverpool for so many years. Here comes the corner. Headed away. Here's David Batty. The Yorkshire Terrier, we call him. Here's Robert Lee trying another shot. The ball will break nicely though for Razinger, who can get it away. But once again, Newcastle, as well as Barcelona, showing their prowess on the attack. Even though they've lost Shearer, until at least they're nearly here. Newcastle have looked dangerous tonight.
They have. I think Rob Lee epitomises it today. He's prepared to run, he's prepared to take chances, he's not afraid to take the game to Barcelona. And in the second half, Newcastle United have done a really, really good job at this. Particularly this switching flanks. It's been magnificent to watch, but they really are giving this a good go. You just wonder how long they can do this for, because this is exhausting, this sort of pressure.
It is, and of course, they don't have the likes of Sheeran and all that out there, but they're really putting a real shift tonight. Of course, there's substitutes, of course, on both sides that could come on and change this. Here's rising it now for Barcelona. They're not finished, that's for sure. Louis van Gaal will see to that. He showed how. Oh, that's a poor ball from Rising, and that will suit Newcastle right down to the ground. That there's no doubt about that. They play balls like that, and there's no problem at all. Here's Steve Howie now for Newcastle. 67 minutes gone at St James's Park. We're halfway through this second half. Just to remind you, 2 weeks tonight, Manchester United against Juventus. Two titanic clashes in the Champions League last season in the group stage. They're going at it again. Trevor and myself will be there. 7:30. 2 weeks tonight on ITV. Here's John Barnes. And Newcastle get that insurance policy of another one. Thomason is in there. It's hooked away this time. Only as far as Rob Lee. And Lee can strike it again, but it's straight down the throat of Brood Hess. He hasn't got time to dawdle on this one. He's got to get it forward. And also on October the 10th, make a date. Trevor Atkinson and I will be in Rome for England's final qualifying game. England, of course, already there. Can Italy make the playoffs potentially? Well, you'll be able to find out on October the 10th when we show the whole of that match, Italy against England, live. Not live, but we'll show you all for you on ITV, Saturday, October the 10th. Make a date. And of course, we'll keep you updated at the end of the show how Manchester United got on in Košice tonight. 18 minutes to play. 2-1 to Newcastle. That's going to fall for Shea Given. And if they keep playing horrible balls like that, Barcelona, then Newcastle, it will suit Newcastle down to the ground now at this stage.
Trevor, I can see Guardiola warming up on the sideline. I know he's been out with an injury, but I think I reckon there's going to be a change being made potentially in his Barcelona side, and I think they've got to make a change. I think Van Gaal needs to, because they're starting to run out of ideas, I think.
Yes, and Trevor Newbon has confirmed that on, as you were talking there, that Pep Guardiola is going to come on for Barcelona. Barcelona that through and through. It's a good ball. No, keep Gillespie cutting it out. Yeah, Trevor Newbon on our mould down the touchline is confirmed that to me whilst Trevor was talking about potentially that change. So yeah, I think he's a very good player, Spanish international. He'll bring a lot of fresh legs and a lot of quality to that Barcelona side. There's not much quality out there already, but Asprilla again offside. If there's any criticism of Tino Asprilla tonight, Trevor, he has strayed offside 2 or 3 times. Yeah, when he should really be trying to stay onside, and there you are, as Trevor Atkinson nominated and Trevor Newbon. Off comes Amanike, on comes Guardiola.
Well, I think Asprilla today's done a different job. He's drawn, as a lot of defenders, into positions for his strike partner to have a bit of space tonight. He's worked tirelessly, but I think he's just so desperate to try and get involved in the game in terms of the scoring chart. He just needs to hold himself and check himself on these runs, like this.
Yes, and here's John Barnes to Thomason, who's, of course, on that hat-trick, of course, he goes down. And Mr. Collina from Italy tells him to get on with the game. Here's Luis Figo. Now De La Pena. Rivaldo. Guardiola yet to have his first touch, of course. Enrique. Figo. Now what can Barcelona produce now? Rivaldo, the Brazilian, who's going to be a real star, I think, in the next World Cup in just less than 12 months' time. A real attacking midfield genius, he really is. The latest line of Brazilian superstars to come through, the world champions, the current world champions. Here's Luis Figo now. Here's Enrique, De La Pena, Anderson, who got the goal for Barcelona. Can he get one in there? He goes down, free kick Barcelona, and they take it quickly. And it's Anderson, goes way in the air, and two players converged on it, and in the end, Felipe Valverde got it away there. Just tense moments there for Newcastle as we go inside the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think the change has worked for Barcelona. They look a bit more comfortable, and I think Guardiola's been able to get the players like De La Peña, Rivaldo to push further forwards. And certainly at the moment, Newcastle are going to be careful, but Barcelona are coming. They've just got to weather the storm.
Here's Guardiola now. He's just got his first few touches. Number 4 there. That's a good ball to Sergi. Danger here. Oh, Anderson. Oh, what a good save. Well, it's a save that Shea Given in most cases would have been expected to make because it was heading near post. But even so, terrific play from Guardiola. There's a good cross from Sergi, and Anderson's header, well saved.
Yeah, particularly this stage in the match, any save is going to be vitally important.
And here comes the corner from Figo. Into the danger zone it goes. Out go the heads, and again a Newcastle player ready. I think it was Albert who got his header in there. Guardiola to Sergi. It's all back to ball out for Newcastle with 5 minutes to go. A little shot there that gets a deflection, and another Newcastle crisis is averted. Here's John Barnes skinning it away, but only as far as Guardiola. Rivaldo, oh my goodness, this could be a problem. It could be a problem. It's 2-2. Luis Enrique with the goal. Could Shea Given have kept that out? We don't know, but it's 4 minutes to go. The captain comes up trumps for Barcelona. Sounds his 50,000 passionate Geordies and the two army as well. What a blow. What a blow. 2-2.
Well, the pressure here I think is told, but one of the things you've got to look at this movement from Luis Enrique. He touches the ball and then he runs round the defender. And the pass from Rivaldo is just magic. This is quality football. Move. There he goes. He creates the gap. Rivaldo knows what he wants. One-on-one this situation. He looks to slice it into the corner. I think Given will be disappointed at that, but there's nothing disappointing about the build-up play. It was brilliant. That was really good football by Barcelona. And that is just sometimes a slightly bitter pill to swallow, knowing you've conceded when you've seen such genius in front of you.
Yeah, well, even a draw tonight wouldn't have been a bad result for Newcastle. Got more winnable games to come, I suppose, but the big test for them later on in the group stages will be that trip to the Nou Camp later on, where they're going to be, well, if you think 52,000 Geordies is absolutely definite, wait until you see 100,000 Catalonians. Now that's a real possibility. It's for the oh, it's a goal for Australia! Can you believe that? In the very last minute, Newcastle may have won it after all, and Tino Asprilla is the hero of Tyneside. And Kenny Dalglish came off the bench, all the substitutes come on, and St James's Park has gone absolutely into raptures. It's tremendous atmosphere. It was silence for a few moments. It's noisy again. It's bedlam here at St James's Park. 3-2, Tino Asprilla.
Well, we've talked about great centre-forward movements for Luis Enrique's equaliser, but this is brilliant from Asprilla. When he gives it, and he gives it to Gillespie, there he gets on his bike. He's been trying to do that. He's played onside. Gillespie sends it down the channel for him. He doesn't hesitate. He picks the corner. Hesper set himself at the near post. It's a delightful finish. A great goal. Fantastic football. And on the balance of play, is it deserved? Well, it doesn't matter for these 50,000 Geordies, does it?
Yeah, it's absolutely. Well, substitutes is what Trevor was talking. Figo off, Albert Ferrer, the Spanish defender on, and Warren Barton showing things up at the back. He's replaced. He's come on now as we go into time added on. Newcastle leading 3-2. What a tremendous game. Manchester United and Juventus in a couple of weeks' time lives up to that billing. Then I don't think we'll be disappointed. Here's Sonny Anderson. They're not finished yet. And a foul there which baffles me because in my opinion the Newcastle defender got the ball. It was Steve Howe and he's furious there with Sonny Anderson. And I think Steve Howe has got every intention to be that way because look, he gets the ball.
He does, but it's European football and Newcastle United have got to learn that what works in the Premiership is not going to work in the Champions League.
Tomoric expired now on for Keith Gillespie. He's done his job. The wall needs to do its job there, and it has done. But it is a corner. Rivaldo's free kick, but it came off the wall. Barcelona are not finished yet. Not until that final whistle sound from Mr. Kalina, the referee. Here's the one final twist in the tail. It would be a cruel twist for Newcastle now if they were to concede right at the end of this. We've played 2 minutes of stoppage time now. Gone short to Enrique. All eyes on Mr. Kalina. They can't afford to make any rash challenges at this stage. Sergio with a shot, and the deflection, and that should be that. Shea Gibbon gets the ball. He'll kick down the field. What a night, Trevor. It's been a terrific night. As the whistle goes. What a terrific finish! Well, what can you say about that? A tremendous performance from both sides, but Newcastle in particular. Thompson made it 2-1, then it went 2-2, and then right at the end, it was Luis Enrique who got the equaliser, and then right at the end, after the equaliser got in, which was 4 minutes from the end, Tino Asprilla making it 3-2. Wow, what a terrific moment for Newcastle United. And a deserved 3-2 victory, I think. But I echo Trevor Atkinson. What an atmosphere, what a terrific game. Plenty for Trevor Venables and Trevor Wilson to discuss after the break. What's been an absolute barnstormer of a Champions League night. It's brilliant up here. Pouring rain, passionate fans, and a terrific game of football, and a terrific pitch. And Newcastle are the winners. Final score here, Newcastle 3, Barcelona 2.
Well, magnificent evening for Newcastle United. 3-2 winners against Barcelona, a hugely unlikely win, Trevor, and what a way to start the group stages for them. I think they'll be absolutely ecstatic with that. I think they were brilliant. So well to react to going behind for the second goal, which was on its way. Barcelona were pressing. Newcastle United weren't really doing a great job of staying in the game. Quality, I think, sort of showed in the final moment that Gillespie and Asprilla, who have been kept very quiet, highlighted the one weakness I found with this Barcelona side. They don't like defending. They're not brilliant at it. And in this situation here, the opportunity opens up and they took full advantage of it. So based on this performance, where do you see Newcastle United sort of form will be? Because their league form has been indifferent at the moment. It could be the shot in the arm they need, you never know it. It could be a big factor in driving them forward, but certainly at the moment it'll be big for Newcastle United to get a result here. Well, let's bring you all the other moments that took place as Manchester United. They're away, Košice, the Slovakian champions. Trev Tilsley is your commentator for this one.
David Beckham wants to take the quick throw in. It's down the line to Teddy Sheringham. It's a good cross. And there it is. It's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the near post. Fantastic cross by Sheringham. And there it is. The partner in crime, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the near post. Manchester United lead here in Slovakia. 1-0. Quick throwing by Beckham. Sheringham with the cross. And look at that. Timed to perfection by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Doing what he does best. Beckham the free kick. Too far to hit one. Headed on by Solskjaer. Here's Gary Neville. And a cross in. Near post. Teddy Sheringham. 2-0. And that on his European debut for Manchester United. Great cross by Neville. Great header by Sheringham. And a celebration to match. Košice 0, Manchester United 2, just before half time. And a good cushion for Manchester United. Will make the team talk a lot easier at half time. Lofted in by Beckham, headed on by Solskjaer. And Gary Neville was there at the right hand side, good cross, and there is Sheringham with the near post. That rose well. Downward header. 2-0. Mickey Butt. Now David Beckham on the right hand side. Can he get a cross in? David Beckham, yes he can. Who's there? It's Solskjaer. It's 3. Game, set and match for Manchester United. Job done. David Beckham pick it out. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the back post. And that is good night, FC Košice. Look at this. David Beckham on the right hand side. Acres of space. Gets a cross in. Solskjaer's out of the back post. Typical striker's finish. Look at that. Inch perfect. And Solskjaer, half volley, first time shot with his left foot. And it's ended FC Košice 0, Manchester United 3.
So just to let you know, in 2 weeks' time here, live and exclusive on ITV, Manchester United versus Juventus. Join us. That is going to be an absolutely thrilling UEFA Champions League night here. We're live from 7:30 at Old Trafford for that one. Well, Trevor, final words from yourself on a magnificent night for Newcastle United. Yeah, brilliant for them. Really well played. Really deserved to win, and a top class game. So there you go, Newcastle United winners, and off to the perfect start here in their UEFA Champions League campaign. Something special, and a night I'm sure we're going to talk about for a long time, even if history did repeat itself. From all of us, bye-bye.
This program was sponsored by Continental and Amstel, UEFA Champions League sponsors.
Thank you for watching here this match on Trevor Sports. If you've liked it, please don't be afraid to like, share and subscribe to the channel. And if you do fancy it, head on over to the Ko-fi. The link is in the description. Buy me a coffee for all the hard work. Further than that, make sure you enjoy more games coming up.